Sonic Universe issue 42. We started with text boxes and people saying that Ixis always visits the same place every day for days now, with Rosie being suspicious of him being up just before dawn. Shouldn't he be asking her why she's up so early? And we'll never know. He says that he's just looking after the hole in the ground that the Armada left. It's revealed in the pits where Castle Acorn once stood, and someone complains that Nicole could have had their castle rebuilt in hours. Elias and his team are falling behind Ixis, as I wonder why Ixis didn't just rebuild the castle by, creating crystal and, making the crystal get shaped into a castle-shaped form, which would have been a cool use of his crystal powers. But anyways, when he jumps into the hole, they jump in after him and activate their wingsuits. I guess Nicole made them. All talking behind him as I wonder why Ixis doesn't immediately hear them and turn around to see them right away. At least they're wearing masks to make themselves unrecognizable. But it's not like those masks muffle their voices. Ixis blasts a hole through the earth to get into the tunnel, and when he finally notices that he's being followed long after his trackers talk, Ixis threatens any potential attackers just in case, not going out to attack them himself for some reason. Elias gets an explosive set to secure their exit for them, dismissing his friends as having stupid gossip, which, again, feels forced. Why would he do this? One of them calls the normally nice guy out on dismissing them when he has no experience of his own. The girls talk about how, when they let out a chance to help the kingdom, Ixis immediately dismissed them, in spite of Rosemary trying to remind him that he's on a council. This was when Chuck hired them, and they learned that it was Director Who, not the King, who they'd be serving. After what feels like a waste of time that could have been kept off screen, Elias is ditched at the explosive by the angry wolf girls, and they see Ixis struggling, talking to the ghost in his head, before taking on what's apparently his true form, the fiery head form, knowing that there's intruders right away. After being bitter about the wolf girls getting mad at him, Elias remembers how he treated Sonic when they went on a mission together in secret, and he realizes that he should stop picking fights in his own team. He hears a loud noise, runs around dodging fire, and comments on how Ixis is turning the place into a maze to trap them. The wolf girls show up, and it's just now that we catch up with the previous issue, as we learn that Ixis is reshaping the cave to trap them and hide what he's doing. Why did the previous issue waste comic space on panels that we're just going to see here anyways? I still don't know what the wolf girl did to blow their cover. Elias says he was marking the right way. A wolf girl points out that it's not working thanks to Ixis probably filling in the earth, and they decide to split up. When Ixis confronts one of the girls, he gets distracted by the other girl from behind, and Elias throws a flashbang for cover, and they all run off, with Elias saying that he found some of his marks in the wall at the end of the route, that you think Ixis would be able to fill in with his earth, but I guess he's not omniscient of literally every single detail in the earth. Suddenly, they all get trapped by some crystals, and they just barely manage to set off the explosive and take off with their wingsuits, with Ixis letting them leave. I hope they weren't too dim to figure out what Ixis was dealing with, since he was clearly talking to ghosts in his head. No, maybe his dialogue made it clear that he was talking to literal ghosts and not actually being schizophrenic or something. This issue was by Ian Flynn. It was about Elias' team following Ixis into a tunnel below where the Castle Acorn used to be, and hopefully figuring out what he's going through before they leave, because if they somehow didn't, that's going to be a complete waste of time. The only standout moments to me are Ixis didn't hear them talking behind him, and when he did notice them later, I didn't know why, and Elias finally regrets the way he treated Sonic on the Nate rescue mission, and realizes he's been picking fights with his own teammates. Well, he's not really used to being on a team. Why was Rosie up at dawn? So many unanswered questions here. And I like that one of the wolf girls is scared of heights. It makes her a relatable teenage girl. The problem is the wolf girls are twins, so I never know which one. So they're annoying to me because I never know which one is which. And I don't think either of them have very distinct personalities from each other, making it hard to get invested in either of them. That and they don't have any special powers to really justify them being on the team. I think the unused concept that would replace them would be better. At least Silver and Shard and Larry are pulling their weight in that regard.